At the beginning of your book, you use Disney as an example of how firms create competitive strategy through connected strategy. Why did you choose Disney of all of the companies, Fortune 500, 1,000 companies?
Yes.
Why Disney?
Well, I don't know whether you've been to Disney World lately with the Magic Band, but
I haven't. I was 8 years old. So how many years ago was that?
Yes.
I won't tell my age, Nicolaj.
That's right. But so that to us was like one of these wonderful examples, right? So it used to be you get a ticket, right? You hand over your ticket, and that was sort of your transaction, right? Sort of now they send you this Magic Band, and this Magic Band allows you to open up your hotel room. It serves as your ticket. It serves as your fast pass lane ticket. But you can also purchase things. You can kind of really make your life much more convenient during that day. So that's on the customer side. But for Disney now, it also allows Disney to run their theme parks much more efficiently. So now I know where all my customers are, or all my visitors are. So now I can direct you, say, look, the queue over there is much shorter, why don't you go over there? Or you can actually pre-program kind of your preferences, and I can create an itinerary for you.
That's neat.
And that allows Disney kind of to what they call jumpstart operations in the mornings. Because you can imagine, right, when the doors open in the mornings, it takes people like 1.5 hours to get to that last attraction that's like 2 miles down in the park. So they are basically having excess capacity sitting there, right, idle capacity. But now if I pre-program people's itineraries, I can basically have all of these attractions run at good capacity throughout the day. Right? And so this is sort of what we call the magic of the Magic Band, right? Sort of on the one hand, it creates a better customer experience. On the other hand, it allows Disney to run their parks more efficiently.
And also collect data about the needs of its guests as they're experiencing the theme park.
Absolutely, right? And so now the organizational challenge is kind of how do I stitch together all of this data? So for instance, if you go on the Pirates of the Caribbean kind of attraction, you come through a corner and there's a big wanted sign. Now, if you play the online video game, Pirates of the Caribbean, your avatar will actually appear on that wanted sign.
Wow.
So we've now personalized, right, your experience. All of a sudden say, whoa, that's me on there, right?
And that's a good segue into technology and how technology plays an integral part of the connected strategy. Can you talk more about that and the trends you're seeing in the last years?
Yeah. No, so technologies we think about as enabling these connected strategies, right? So this is kind of basically the answer to the question, why now, right? Why not 20 years ago? We always wanted to delight our customers, but it was really costly to do so, right? And so with the reduction of cost in sensors, with reduction in cost in transmitting information, reduction in cost of analyzing data, right? All of these costs have come down, and all of a sudden now we are actually able to create these connected customer experiences at much lower cost. But one of the key points we make in the book is connected strategies are actually not about technology. Now, technologies play a very important role, but really the key thing is organizational. So again, this example that I just gave you from Disney and the avatar, clearly there's some technological wizardry going on, right, of how do I get that information from this server onto that server to display that particular character. But the more difficult point is, how do I actually get this organization to share the information with that part of my organization, right? What incentives have I put in place? And that quite often is actually the harder issue rather than just the technology.
Speaking of technology, artificial intelligence, that's playing a role too in this part of the strategy.
No, absolutely, right? It's sort of partly in this analyzing field, right? Sort of a lot of companies right now have lots of data because, again, the cost of data gathering have come down. The problem is what to do with this data, right? And so lots of firms sit on this data and say, I have no idea what to do with it. And so they turn around and say, oh, someone gives me 10 cents for it. Okay, here you have it, right? And that makes customers upset because now kind of we get junk mail and what have you, right? I mean, understand, where did this all come from, right? And so I think it starts again with customer understanding, right? And so again, it's not about data, it's about first understanding what are the pain points of your customer and then asking what is actually the necessary information that I need to remove that pain point, right? And so it's rather going the other way around, first from the customer understanding, then from the data. Right now I think lots of firms are stuck where they have lots of data and don't know what to do with it.